Morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. Let us start with the snippets. The very first one. CMRL payoff case. ED to look into money laundering angle. Payoff. Some case, and what is that case? Payoff case. And there's one important word you guys have to know. I'm sure you all know. What is that word? Enforcement directed to look into, in a way, go deep into something, scrutinize, probe, investigate. All these you have to think of. Look into what? Money laundering. As prospective bankers and others also, those who are preparing for competitive exams, I'm sure many of you know the word money laundering. Money laundering means what? You take illegal money through a proper channel, you try to convert that into legal money. That is known as money laundering, an important word. Otherwise, nothing to learn as such. Let us go to the second snippet. What does it say? An important one, because many Indian students' future is at crossroads. Donald Trump has imposed a lot of tariffs, that is one thing, in the limelight. Also, deportation. With an iron hand, he is trying to deal with deportation. Nothing wrong in that, highly justified. But here and there are certain things Americans are not willing to accept, especially university level. Trump's demands rejected. You all know the number one university in the world, the Harvard University, and many Ivy League universities, not only Ivy League universities, but also other universities in the US, they believe in freedom of speech. They believe in liberty, individual liberty, freedom of speech. And based on that, and of late, Americans, those international students who express their views against the US foreign policy, they are being targeted and they are being deported from the US. Some self-deportation. Based on that here, defiant. There is one word, defy. Defy means what? Two meanings. One, to refuse. But here, the second meaning, to challenge. Defy the orders means what? Challenge the orders. And from that you get this form, defiant Harvard hit with 2.2 billion funding freeze. Now what happens here? Imagine a particular university goes against Trump's orders and is not going to deport some of its students. Then what is the impact on the university? These universities, they receive funds from the center or from the government. And because they have defied the orders of Donald Trump, the US president, the funds are not going to be released. Based on that, with Harvard hit with 2.2 billion funding freeze, means they were to get 2.2 US billion, and that amount, that fund, they may not get, frozen, frozen. An important news item, because many Indian students, not because of this not supporting the American foreign policy, but other reasons also, they are being deported. And based on that, I think recent news, one particular Indian student has won the case. He has filed a case, he has got the verdict in his favor. And regarding deportation. Coming to the next one, you can see police, and it should go with riots, violence. Bengal violence, you all know, based on Waqf Amendment Bill, violence in Bengal, and I have done one editorial. Political parties are trying to fan the flames. Still going on, 9 arrested in Bhangar, 221 in Murshidabad, I'm sorry. And so many people got arrested. One Bhangar, the other one Murshidabad. Otherwise, nothing to learn as such. But when you think of violence by the mob, by the crowd, you have to think of words like vandalism, vandals, protest, slogans, and placards, looting, all these words. Coming to the next news item, proclamation, historic judgment, and a word of caution, the spelling of judgment, it could be with E, without E. Clashes, riot, S. With E, without E. Either way, it is acceptable. Historic judgment, proclamation of democracy in legislature. There's one important word here, proclamation. Proclaim is a verb form, proclamation, noun form. What does it mean? Public announcement, exactly. Who is this? Vishwanath. Proclamation, announcement, declaration in public. Public announcement, we use word proclamation. Noun form, proclaim, verb form. In legislature, SC has removed perceived immunities. Perceive, you perceive something means you think of something. You feel that is true. You imagine something or you visualize something or you experience something. Perceive. And immunity, some sort of immunities. And Supreme Court has removed those perceived immunities. May not be real, perception, someone's perception. Here you can see, many of you must have watched last night's match between Punjab Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders. Incredible win. We have got the word incredible many a time. Credible means what? Believable. It goes with information and news. Credible information, credible news. What is the opposite? Incredible. Credible means believable. Incredible, unbelievable. And incredible win. Chahal and Jansen help Kings defend 111. A very small score, 111, and everyone thought Kolkata Knight Riders would win the match. But surprisingly, Punjab people won the match. Punjab team won the match. And who is responsible for that? The spinners, especially Chahal and Jansen. Help Kings defend 111. They could not score. Kolkata Knight Riders, small score in fact. Coming to the main headline, retail inflation at its lowest since 2019. Inflation, you all know, the prices go up and affordability comes down. Then we use the word inflation. Affordability, financial affordability. And here it talks about since 2019, what is the situation? Retail inflation at its lowest since 2019. Related to Indian economy, important. You have to read the article. Coming to the snippets here, Putin is open to a permanent peace deal, US. Permanent peace deal. Simple words, nothing to learn as such, and we have got many a time. When you see the word peace, you have to think of words like armistice, ceasefire, peace, truce, all these words. Congress RJD hold talks ahead of partner meeting. Elections based on that alliance and different parties coming together, thinking of joining hands. Based on that, Congress RJD hold talks ahead of partner meeting. Beware of child traffickers, SC warns parents. There's an important word here, trafficking. Have you heard of human trafficking? And careful with the spelling, traffic, TRAFFICK, trafficking. Human trafficking means these, some of the mafias, some people, unwanted elements of society, and yes, you have heard, very good. They go to villages or remote villages, they kidnap kids, boys and girls. They sell the boys to industries where child labor is involved. Industries like matchbox, manufacturing, and fireworks, carpet, glass industry. All these industries employ kids, child labor. They sell to them. And coming to girls, they take the girls to the red light areas in big cities and they're sold, and later they get indulged in prostitution. A very dangerous thing. Human trafficking is a major problem, and many NGOs are working day and night to deal with this particular problem, human trafficking. Here, beware of child traffickers, Supreme Court warns parents. IIT placement dip shows job market stagnation Congress. IIT placement, you all know IIT. Those three letters around the world, if you go with that tag IITN, you get red carpet welcome. That is a name, that is a prestige IITs have. But surprisingly, the snippet says IIT placement dip. Dip means what? To go down in this context. Shows job market stagnation. Stagnation we have got many a time. Usually it goes with water. Water got stagnated. It goes with economy, growth, development, stagnant economy, no progress, no growth. But here, stagnant job market means no new openings for the youngsters. Especially, this talks about IITNs, and they are the people who get the job within no time. Placements or campus placements. But this is really surprising. IIT graduates not getting the jobs. Coming to the next snippet, 60,000 Afghan migrants pushed out of Pakistan. There are many Afghan people from Afghanistan, refugees in Pakistan, and about 60,000 have been pushed out of Pakistan. The new snippet says about that. Again, as a smart learner, when you see the word migrants, you have to recollect all the related words like migration, immigration, emigration, exodus, refugees, fugitives, and persecution, all these words. Let us go to other news items. Here we have a pic, but let us see the headline. IMD forecasts above normal monsoon this year. All our students know the moment they see the word forecast, they recollect six verbs: cast, cost, forecast, broadcast, telecast, hurt. They have the same forms. Very good, Pavani. IMD forecast above normal monsoon this year. Here you can see a beautiful pic. Favorable skies. The forecast could mean enough water for Kharif crop and improved storage in reservoirs. Above normal means more water. That is a good thing, good news, and farmers will be very happy. Excess water we can store also. It talks about that. Let us go to other headlines. We have another pic over here. What does it say? Troubled waters. All this is foam. Foamed up. The shoreline of the Yamuna covered in toxic white foam in New Delhi on Tuesday. I think you can make out. It looks like snow, but it is foam. Imagine a river, a particular place, you see a lot of foam. That is not a good sign. And sometimes fish also die. And this particular foam, the shoreline of the Yamuna, before any river, we have to use a definite article, the, that you have to recollect, covered in toxic white foam. Toxic. Usually the word toxic goes with fumes. Toxic fumes means harmful, dangerous. Exactly. Besides rowing, it goes more with the life. People cannot use that water. They cannot drink. It is not potable. What is the meaning of potable? Portable means to carry from one place to another place. But portable, water that you can drink. And food you can have, we use the word edible. These two words you have to recollect. Coming to the next one, Allahabad High Court chided by Supreme Court for remarks in assault cases. I have been telling you guys, see the front page you got. Simple word, scold. But what are the synonyms that go with effective English? Very good. Who is this? Venkatesh. Reprimand, admonish, rebuke, chide, scold. All these words you should recollect immediately. Castigate also. And assault. Assault means physical attack. Physical attack or sometimes verbal attack, but usually it goes with physical attack. National Herald case. ED files a charge sheet against Sonia Rahul. A case against Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. That's all from the front page. Now let us go to the editorial. Before I go to the editorial analysis, let me tell you something. Today's editorial, I have brought about 15 words. How many words? 15. Usually I bring 5 or 6, but today I have brought 15, 5 words. That takes a lot of time. And keeping the time factor, let us see whether I can read the editorial, do the analysis or not. And besides, we have to spend time on mini mocks. Now let us start with the first word. Khu. How do you pronounce this? And this editorial is all about coup in one of the African countries, Northeast African country, Sudan. It's about that. And here the letter P is silent. Coup. Part of speech noun, meaning a sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government. Toppling a particular government. What is the word I have just used? A topple. Imagine army or soldiers. They topple the incumbent government. That is known as coup. And typical combination, yes, Anand, military coup. Here you can see the military staged a coup and took over the government. Usually it goes with military. Word forms singular coup and plural this one. Word combinations military coup, failed coup, coup attempt. Typical expressions you come across in the newspapers. And when they try to take over the incumbent government, imagine they fail miserably. What is the word you have to think of? Fiasco. What is it? Fiasco. Have you heard of the word fiasco? Fiasco means utter failure. FIASCO. Word usage usually refers to political military takeover. Takeover, this is an important word, rebellion, common. Putsch. We have never heard of this. I think once or twice we have got. You have to spend some time on that. Antonyms, election, resignation, democracy. Simple words. Devastating. Usually this goes with natural disasters, catastrophic incidents or events. We say the incident has been devastating. What does it mean? Part of speech adjective. Devastate is a verb form. Highly destructive or damaging. And this devastation could be physical, it could be emotional. When you go to the combinations, you understand. Example, the earthquake had a devastating impact on the city. This is a typical combination, devastating impact, devastating effect. These two you have to remember. Debacle also you can say. Very good. Who is that? Bhavani. Fiasco, debacle, both the words could be used. Devastate, a regular verb. Devastated, devastation, noun form. Word combinations, devastating blow, consequences, a result also you can say. And here word usage, emotional or physical damage. As I said, it could be physical or emotional. Synonyms, ruinous, catastrophic, crushing. Antonyms, beneficial, constructive. You all know the word catastrophe, an unfortunate incident, devastating incident. We also use words like disaster, mishap, all these words. What is the next one? Induce. Induce has many connotations, but let us see the part of speech and the meaning first. Part of speech, verb, meaning. To cause or bring about, cause something or bring about some change. Example, the medicine may induce drowsiness. How many of you know the meaning? Lethal means dangerous, fatal, lethal. How many of you know the meaning of the word drowsiness? I feel drowsy. What does it mean? Sleepy. Act as a catalyst. Very good, Madhu. Exactly. Word forms induces, induced, inducing, inducement. Word combinations induce fear, a typical combination, sleep, labor, shock. All these are important. Sleepy, yes, Vishnu, you're right. Word usage, medical, emotional, or psychological cause. Cause, trigger, prompt. You can also think catalyst. Antonyms, prevent, deter, halt. Deterrent. Deter is an important word. Famine. Famine. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce this? Famine. Famine, an important word. Part of speech noun meaning. Extreme scarcity of food. Imagine no rains for some time. Then we use word drought. You have to recollect that word. And also one more expression. What is it? Dry spell. No rains for a long time. Dry spell, drought. And no rains, no crops, no food, and no food, famine. Both are related in a way. Scarcity of food. Example, the region suffered from a severe famine. Word forms famines, famished means hungry, no food for some time, starving. Word combinations, widespread famine, typical combination, man-made famine. Nowadays, many problems that go with environment. Anthropogenic. Have you heard of this any time? Anthropogenic means what? Barren land, fertile land, rain cats and dogs. Uma, a new student, I suppose. Yes, Srikanth. Have you heard of that expression? Yes? Okay, good. Word usage associated with starvation and crisis. Synonyms starvation, hunger, food crisis. Antonyms abundance, feast, plenty. Simple words. Notorious, an important word. I have given many a time. When you see the word notorious, you have to think of first the word famous and then the word popular. Then comes notorious. Tell me what is the difference between anthropogenic means caused by human beings. Exactly. Sumant, good, very good. I appreciate. Famous means known to many people, but known to many people, liked and admired by many people, we use the word popular. Known to many people, not admired but hated, we use the word notorious. The typical combinations notorious gangster, notorious sandalwood smuggler, notorious criminal. Part of speech adjective famous for something bad, known for something bad. The area is notorious for drug trafficking. We have got the word trafficking from the front page. Human trafficking, one problem. Drug trafficking, another problem. Drug trafficking and drug peddlers. Drug peddler is a person who sells drugs. And like human trafficking, drug trafficking also a major problem. Word forms notoriously, adverb, notoriety, noun. Word combinations, notorious criminal, a leader, a reputation. Rarely we use. Word usage always negative in tone. Synonyms infamous, disreputable, scandalous. Antonyms reputable, respected, celebrated. You can also think of the word popular. What is it? Popular. De facto. How do you pronounce this? De facto. There are two words which are very important. They've given in bank exams many a time. De facto one and de jure another one. What does it mean? It's a foreign expression. It can be adjective, it can be adverb. In fact, whether by right or not, existing in fact through though not officially. Now, who is the de facto head of our country? The Prime Minister. But de jure head of the country, the President. Legally, the President is the head. But in reality, if you look at the fact, who is the head? The Prime Minister. He became the de facto leader of the movement, not by legal dimension, in reality. No word forms as such. Word combinations, de facto government, de facto standard. Word usage used in legal and political contexts, synonyms in practice, actual, effective. This is what I was talking about. De jure means what? By legally, by law, official. Here, famous means known to many people. Famous is a neutral word. That's a good doubt. Who is this Bhavani? The word famous is a neutral word. Famous means what? Known to many people. Famous, and you have based on that two words. One is popular, positive. The other one, notorious, negative. Siege. You got to be careful with seize and siege. What is the difference? Seize means to take something using force, capture something using force. But what is the word here? Siege. SIEGE. To surround. Part of speech noun. A military, it can be a verb also. A military operation where a place is surrounded and cut off. Siege basically means to surround something, usually by soldiers, by military. Example, the city was under siege for 3 months. Means they're surrounded and they cut off the entry and exit. Grab also you can say, yes, Anand. Word forms, sieges, besiege, an important word, same meaning more or less. Word combinations, lay siege to, an important combination. Under siege, prolonged siege, all these are important. Word usage, yes, Prakash, grab something. Word usage, military, symbolic, media siege. Usually military, sometimes symbolic. Synonyms, blockade, encirclement, assault, liberation, retreat. Simple words. Atrocities. Atrocity, an important word. If you read the newspapers, quite often you come across this. Part of speech, noun, meaning. Extremely cruel or violent acts. Example, war atrocities shocked the international communities. At the time of war, the soldiers resort to cruel acts. That time we use atrocities. Word forms, atrocity singular, atrocious adjective form. Word combinations, commit atrocities, war atrocities. Word usage, legal humanitarian discussions. Synonyms, horrors, barbarities, brutalities. Antonyms, kindness, compassion, humanity. Anarchy, another important word. And gruesome, ghastly, very good. Who is this? Chandrasekhar. Part of speech, noun, meaning. A state of lawlessness or absence of government. After the collapse of the regime, anarchy prevailed, means existed. Some incumbent government collapsed, that results in anarchy, and it exists for some time. Then we say prevailed. Word forms, anarchist, anarchic. Word combination, state of anarchy, political anarchy. Word usage, politics or breakdown of control. Lawlessness, disorder, chaos. We have got many a time. Governance, order, control. Many of our students know, yes, Vishnu, chaos. Chaos means what? Yes, Nagashri, that is also an important word. Heinous crime. Chaos means a total confusion. We use the word chaos. Dawn, an important word, it has many meanings. One meaning, dawn, the other word, dusk. The time before the sunrise, dawn. The time just after the sunset, dusk. But here, different meaning. Part of speech, noun, meaning, the beginning or first appearance of something. The revolution marked the dawn of a new era. Means the beginning of a new era. That's an important sentence. Example. Word forms are dawned, dawning. Word combinations, dawn of civilization, democracy, peace. Usage often used figuratively because literally it means something else, goes with the sun. Beginning, birth, emergence, and conclusion, dusk. This is what I was talking about. I'm sure many of you know the word dusk, dawn to dusk, a standard expression. Brutal, part of speech, adjective, extremely cruel or violent. The dictator was known for his brutal regime. Word forms brutality, brutally. Combinations, brutal attack, brutal truth, brutal murder also we say. Word usage describes violence or harshness, savage, cruel, ruthless. Antonyms kind, gentle, humane, an important word. How do you pronounce this? Ruthless. We have got these words many a time: barbaric, savage, cruel, and here humane, important. Human, humane. Urban, urbane. You should be careful. They have given many a time. I think we still have endure, part of speech verb, to suffer something difficult or unpleasant patiently. Imagine someone has a lot of problems, hardships, and suffers with a lot of patience. Then we say he has endured, tolerate, bear. Yes, Majnu. The people endured years of conflict. Word forms endures, endured, enduring, endurance. Noun form important. Word combinations endure hardships, endure pain, agony. Usage emotional or physical suffering. Synonyms withstand, tolerate, persevere. Important word. Give up, collapse, surrender. Opposite. Relentless. Without stopping. Part of speech adjective meaning never ending or intense, persistent and harsh. This goes with you guys, youngsters preparing for competitive exams. You should put in relentless efforts. Ah, very good, Madhu. The typical combination I give, relentless efforts. Uma also. Perfect. The army launched a relentless offensive. Relentlessly, relentlessness. Word combinations, relentless pressure, pursuit. It goes with you people. Relentless pursuit. Pursuit means to strive for something, to work very hard to achieve something. Word usage often used in context of pressure or suffering. Synonyms unyielding, persistent, unrelenting. Antonyms gentle, lenient, occasional. Indiscriminate. Discriminate, you try to identify certain groups and act accordingly based on your whims and fancies or based on some rationality. But without considering any dimension, you attack all the people. Then that is known as indiscriminate. Killings, usually we say. Part of speech adjective, done without careful judgment, random. Simple word. The bombing was an indiscriminate attack on civilians. They are supposed to attack the soldiers, but they attack the civilians. That is known as indiscriminate. Word forms indiscriminately adverbial, indiscrimination noun. Word combinations indiscriminate violence, indiscriminate use, indiscriminate shooting, police sometimes, aimless, yes. Word usage negative, lack of control or fairness. Synonyms random, aimless, haphazard. Haphazard, an important word. Random, it means. Selective, targeted, careful. The last word for today, looting. Loot, we have got many a time. What does it mean? Part of speech, noun or verb. Stealing goods during chaos or war. Example, the shops were ransacked during the looting. Ransack also in a way means the same. Attack and take away things from the shops. Word forms loots, looted, looters, looting. Word combination widespread looting, looting spree. We all know shopping spree. Here, looting spree. Word usage associated with war, riots, disaster. Synonyms plunder, an important word. Pillaging, robbery. Plundering, pillaging, important words you have to remember. Antonyms protection, safeguarding, donation. Simple words. See, it has taken, now the time is 9:35. Only the vocabulary part. How many words? 15 words. So what I will do, today I'll skip the editorial analysis and the questions based on the editorial. Please download the PDF, go to the editorial, then try to answer those questions. 5 questions based on your reading comprehension skill. Now let us work on mini mocks. First one, first one and second one, they deal with error location. Read this one. Some in governance and administration have treated the Act and its provisions on transparency as encumbrances which needs to be removed. 1A, no, I don't think so. Nothing wrong with the first part. Venkatesh has got it right. Here, we are talking about encumbrances, impediments, bottlenecks, hurdles, plural. Then we cannot say which needs. What are we supposed to say? Which need, not needs. Encumbrances, plural. Then we cannot add s or es to the verb. Again, one more question based on error location. The RTA Act allows disclosure of personal data when it serves the public interest or results in a unnecessary invasion of privacy. An easy one should not be that difficult. One reading, you should be able to spot the error. Exactly. Pavani, first one to respond. Here, not in a. In what is the indefinite article? In an unnecessary invasion of privacy. Not a unnecessary, an unnecessary invasion related to article. Try to choose the appropriate word to fill the blank. The editorial criticizes the recent amendment as being and detrimental. And detrimental, here we have a negative word. Detrimental means that dangerous. Then the word you have to choose should also be a negative word, cannot be a positive word. Warranted, positive word. Validated, positive word. Reinforced, in a way, positive word. So, as being unwarranted and detrimental, unwanted and dangerous. Exactly. 31, question number 4. The amendment removes that earlier allowed disclosure in cases of public interest. Remove something. What does it remove? Judgment? No. Principle? No. Violation? No. Safeguard. The amendment removes a safeguard that earlier allowed disclosure in cases of public interest. There was a safeguard, and this particular amendment removed that safeguard. Yes, C is the answer. Now, double pillars. The RTA Act has long been seen as a tool for ensuring something positive. However, recent changes make this core purpose something negative. Accountability strengthen. Strengthen is a positive word. Promote is a positive word. Justify positive word. Second blank, you cannot use a positive word based on contextual awareness. So what is the answer? The RTA Act has long been seen as a tool for ensuring transparency. However, recent changes may dilute this core purpose. Perfect. C is the answer. That is a clue. Dilute. While the government defends the amendment as a way to misuse, critics see it as a method to public scrutiny, as a way to reduce, increase, address, prevent. Easy, should not be a problem. While the government defends the amendment as a way to prevent misuse, you cannot say reduce, increase, address. Address can be considered, but prevent misuse. Critics see it as a method to avoid public scrutiny. Answer should be D, not intensify. Yes, D is the answer. Word usage, in which sentence it has been used properly, correctly. Appellate, contextually as well as grammatically. He submitted an appellate to the Prime Minister. The appellate judge overruled the previous ruling, seems okay. His appellate for mercy doesn't make any sense. The appellate room also doesn't make any sense. So what is the answer here? B is the answer. Yes, Madhu, first one, then Vishnu, Bhavani, Anand. Good. Try to, this is incorrectly, used incorrectly. Be careful. You should always read the instructions. Here we have a word, encumbrance, in which sentence it has been used incorrectly. He sold the land free from any legal encumbrance, nothing wrong. Her disability proved to be an encumbrance in her career, seems okay. The new rules opposed an encumbrance to freedom of expression, this also seems okay. He encumbranced. No, this is wrong. Encumbrance is not a verb. We cannot use it as a verb. Yes, D is the answer. Very good. Now we have words and meanings. Unwarranted, encumbrance, appellate. Unwarranted means what? Unnecessary, cannot be justified. Encumbrance, burden or hindrance. And appellate, relating to legal appeals, higher level. So what is the correct order? A, third one, and B, first one, and C, second one. Exactly. That's all for today. And before I wind up the session, do read the editorial and try to answer the questions. And after the session, we'll upload the PDF, access the PDF, and go through the editorial and also the questions. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I will see you guys tomorrow.